There's an article here in SACB, and it's information on the opinion section, and it's editorial, and it says Elon Musk is a genius, but his flamethrower is stupid. Okay, so this is this article here in the editorial. It says it's great for California to have billionaire visionaries like Elon Musk creating next generation technology, but even geniuses have bad ideas. And selling flamethrowers in a time of record wildfires in California is a really bad idea. After state legislators lift on common sense restrictions, about 20,000 of these devices, which look like air rifles, can spit fire 2 feet long, are about to show up in neighborhoods, maybe one near you, because restrictions on mailing propane. Musk is planning parties to hand them out to customers who pay $500 a pop. The first one, June 9th in Los Angeles. Musk has been treating them as a gimmick. He's posted a video of himself holding one and saying, "I want to be clear that a flamethrower is a super terrible idea. Definitely don't buy one unless you like fun." Assemblyman Manuel Santiago, Los Angeles Democrat, isn't laughing. He called them incredibly insensitive, dangerous, and most definitely not funny. Santiago followed up with a bill to restrict sales of these kinds of flamethrowers without a permit from the state fire marshal. As reported by Robbie Short, the Cal Matters firefighters backed the bill, but the gun lobby, of course, objected. And it says objected. Watered down the bill just to require a safety label, but even as that measure died in the Assembly Appropriations Committee on May 25th, the flamethrower is being sold by the Boring Company, which wants to build a high-speed underground transportation system for pedestrians, and is working on a 2.7-mile test tunnel in Los Angeles. This system could eventually lead to Hyperloop, Musk's futuristic idea of a tunnel that could transport pods for travelers at 700 miles an hour between cities, powered by by the screams of its passengers. Surely someone as brilliant as Musk could figure out a safer promotional tool than flamethrowers. Besides, if it's not as if Musk doesn't have more significant things to worry about. I lost my place. To worry about. In February, his SpaceX venture successfully launched Falcon Heavy, the world's most powerful rocket. He talks about the manned missions to Mars. And it looks like his core business, Tesla electric cars, could use more of his attention. The company is still struggling with the production of its mass Model 3, the first ones off the assembly line in Fremont had flaws, including long braking distances. Consumer Reports waited until glitches were fixed to recommend the Model 3 last week. Tesla is producing 2,000 a week, but needs 5,000 a week so it can finally become profitable. At the same time, the company is facing grievance from workers who are trying to form a union and complain that they were harassed or fired. The success of the Model 3 will have a lot to say whether California gets anywhere close to its goal of 1.5 million electric or hydrogen powered vehicles on the road by 2025, part of the state's far-reaching climate change strategy. That's far more important to society and more benefiting someone as gifted as Musk than flamethrowers financing tunnels to nowhere in Los Angeles.
that article there.